The Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast family would like you to check out Anchor.
With Anchor, you can record, edit, and publish your own podcast for free.
Distributing your podcasts has never been this easy with Anchor, which allows you to send out your podcast to platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and much, much more.
Get uncensored and download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
What is up? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am Ant, and I am joined by my dude.
What's up, everybody? It's Macho Man Day.
I love the passion. It's WrestleMania Raw, so I feel the energy vibrating.
It's WrestleMania week, baby.
Yeah. What you say? I'm not as thrilled. This is like one of the first WrestleManias that I'm not really excited for, I guess you could say.
Look, Anthony, look. As much as I do agree with you, brother, you gotta have that faith. You gotta have it, bro. Come on.
Gotta have faith. It would have been nice if I could touch your body. All right. That's completely different.
We're here to talk wrestling, buddy, not sing.
Not saying. Well, we are on the road to WrestleMania. We're like
it doesn't feel like we're almost, off the road. You know what I mean?
We're only 3 days away.
I know.
It's bad. And there's been a lot of storylines, a lot of matches. We will be having our WrestleMania predictions out soon, but you are here for our WWE WrestleMania Raw recap. They're live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, March 28th, 2022. And WrestleMania Raw starts off with the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar coming down to the ring, and he welcomes us to Monday Night Raw, and he says he's probably never going to do that again because he thought he sounded crazy. Brock says at WrestleMania, we're going to take a trip down memory lane through the streets of Suplex City, going to the Beast of Broadway, going a ride on the F5. And then he says our titles are going to marry one another and have a baby, the unified title, and Brock will have full custody. At WrestleMania, I finally get my hands on Roman Reigns. Brock says I'm going to stand above you with 2 titles, and they will announce Brock Lesnar as a new champion. So, my question, Dan, is, will there be one title? Like, do you think there'll be like one single belt, or do you think they're going to keep the title?
I hope so. I hope they end this brand split shit. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. Ever since 2016, it hasn't. I mean, for God's sakes, they did like the wild card rule. Look how that shit turned out.
Remember when they did the thing where they were like singing? All the wrestlers were singing because they were going to the show as going. It's like one night or whatever. It was like one pay-per-view a month now or something.
Kind of. But let's also hope that this WrestleMania does not have a weather delay. It probably shouldn't.
Oh my goodness, I hated that. That was so annoying.
I mean, come on, though. You can't get mad at WWE for that.
No, I know, but I mean, Jesus Christ. And then when the show's about to start, they go back to another interview. I was so pissed. We were texting at that point last year, right? During it.
Yeah, we were. We were like,
I was so pissed.
You're gonna start.
I was so mad.
Hard to believe it's already been almost a year since
I know. It's been a year since like the Intercontinental title hasn't been on a pay-per-view since last year's WrestleMania.
Damn, and it's not even going to be on this year's WrestleMania.
Nope. Isn't that a shame?
Holy shit. You got to remember, like, back when the Intercontinental title was the workhorse title. I thought it was bad when the Intercontinental title was on the fucking pre-show.
And now it's not on anything, so, yeah.
Jesus Christ, WWE. Fix your shit badly.
Yeah.
That pissed me. I'm sorry. Hearing that, pissed me off, man. I own a WWE Intercontinental title replica, and hot damn does that make me think that of like the workhorses of WWE that held it, and now they're just fucking shitting over them with that.
Yeah, that's just what they do. But I do think that They will. It will be defended on WrestleMania SmackDown. But
as if that's anything good.
Yeah,
They
but also
last time on
Ricochet.
SmackDown.
Did you hear Ricochet? He made like a little comment about how like if you wait for him at the airport at like 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning, he will not sign your autograph because it's a rude invasion of privacy. And so a lot of fans are saying, yeah, because you have nobody waiting for you. So,
okay. Also, I just want to point this out. Ricochet does not seem like the person to say something like that. But if he is, douchebag. I mean, those people are what probably pretty much got you there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that's what Trevor thinks.
Trevor.
That's his real name.
I know it is real. I'm just saying. I thought that was hilarious that you said Trevor.
Trevor. And I just feel like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, like, I keep saying, the biggest match in WrestleMania history. I don't think so.
They've done this before, saying, "Oh, this is the greatest wrestling match ever. This is the greatest WrestleMania match in history." No, it's fucking not. We've seen it before. We don't want to see it again, but they're showing it to us again.
But yeah, so, I mean, there's really nothing. I know we should talk about Brock Lesnar, but there's really nothing he just said he's going to beat Roman Reigns. So that's kind of like really it. Next, The Miz comes out, and The Miz says that Ray has many amazing masks, but Miz's favorite is the mask he took last week. Miz gave the mask to the greatest luchador in history, Lucha Logan. Logan Paul comes out wearing the mask. Excuse me, I'm like coughing as we speak. Miz says unmasking Ray was total disrespect, and I'm going to keep taking respect. Miz says he's about to say something, and then Rey Mysterio comes out. And then we go to commercial and we come back. And pretty much the match starts, and Dominic attacks Logan Paul. He runs away, and the ref ejects Dominic from the match. Logan distracts Ray. Miz rams Ray into the guard railing, but Ray ends up rolling up Miz quick to get the win. After the match, Dominic tosses Logan Paul into the ring. Ray goes for a 6-9, but Paul rolls out, and then Ray pulls off the mask off of Logan's head. The Mysterios nail a double 619 and a double frog splash to The Miz. Do you like this mask storyline? Do you think it's good?
All I have to say about this is they're doing this wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this, but they're doing it wrong. What they should have done was they should have had Miz win an elimination chamber. Then Miz should have taken the mask off. They should not have fun last night. They should have had Miz have full dominance going in there, so that way he at least looks like a threat. Doing that shit makes him look like he's a joke. I'm just saying. He can't beat Ray, so it makes him look like a joke. I'm just saying.
Well, I agree. I feel like it's like a little too late. I feel like anytime, I just feel like this whole entire rivalry makes no sense. Like, why is
I do too. I don't even get why they're fighting in the first place.
Like, why is Logan Paul not like the Mysterios? What even happened? I don't get it.
In my opinion, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic should be the match for WrestleMania, but that's me.
Well, next we see footage of earlier on in the day. Seth freaking Rollins is in Vince McMahon's office. Seth thinks Vince is going to fire him, but Vince says, if you wanted to compete at WrestleMania, all you had to do was come to me. And then he asks, could I have a WrestleMania that's stupendous without Seth freaking Rollins? He goes, I might. He goes, Seth is going to WrestleMania, and you'll know who your opponent is when you are in the ring and your opponent is introduced. Now, I'm going to save our speculation for a WrestleMania prediction video, but somebody is going to come to fight Seth freaking Rollins.
It's more than likely. Well, it has to be a return.
Well, we'll talk.
We'll talk.
But yeah, so there's definitely curiosity over who is going to fight Seth Rollins at Mania. And to find out our thoughts, you'll have to check out our WrestleMania 38 prediction video and episode. Next, we have the handicap match. Almost defeats the Viking Raiders very quickly. After the match, Omos makes a challenge for anyone to challenge him. Bobby Lashley returns, and they run into each other back and forth, and no one drops. And then eventually, they both run into each other, and they both fall. Omos trashes Bobby Lashley at ringside, and Bobby points the WrestleMania sign. How do you feel about Bobby Lashley being back and challenging Omos for Mania?
I think Bobby Lashley being back is a good thing. I don't agree with him going against Omos. Are they supposed to be trying to make Omos like the next Braun Strowman? Because it's not gonna work. It's not. I hate when they try and build people who are like supposed to be like other superstars that you did good building up. But no, it's not gonna work, WWE. Put Bobby Lashley against somebody else. Like I don't care if you put him against the US title. Do something better than that, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Or have somebody at least be more of a like notable superstar, like off the top of my head, Matt Riddle or Randy Orton or something like that. Have them challenge somebody for. I don't care. Have Bobby Lashley bring back the Hurt Business. I would be a little upset that they brought the Hurt Business back again and again. But fuck, that would at least be an interesting match. Him versus Omos isn't gonna be good.
Yeah,
it literally makes no fucking sense.
It's gonna be the friggin' battle of the behemoths, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens at Mania between those.
You know what reminded me of? No. You know what this just reminded me of? The Great Khali versus Kane.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this.
It's going to be one of those, a barely movable contest. Next, Reggie proposes to Dana Brooke, and she says yes. And then Akira Tozawa does the same to Tamina, and she says yes too. And R-Truth just watches. Really nothing to talk about, just a silly backstage segment. Then the Bloodline come out, and Roman Reigns just pretty much repeats what Brock Lesnar said earlier on the night, that he's going to end Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Really nothing to talk about there, just basic promo to get us hyped for Mania. Next, we have a 8-woman tag, the women's tag team champions Queen Zelina and Carmella teaming up with Natalya and Shayna Baszler against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley and the team of Sasha Banks and Naomi. Queen takes out Sasha Banks outside and sends her into the guard railing. Natalya and Shayna nail a heart attack. Natty makes the pin, but Queen Zelina pulls Natty off, and Shayna fights with Carmella at ringside. All 4 women land their finishers on Queen Zelina, and Rhea gets the pin. I know for a fact that Queen Zelina will get her revenge on WrestleMania. All you people are just going to sit back and see. She's going to come in there, kick ass, and she's going to be the top dog. Why not?
Well, I think we just got Anthony's opinion. My opinion is, I do have a question. Well, it's not really a question, but it's more of a statement. Is it just me, or does it seem like that whole 8-woman tag match had literally the entire women's roster in it? Or is it just me? Is it just me, or am I being stupid?
I have no idea.
I mean,
by the way, can I just tell you?
I'm exaggerating, but realistically, how many other women are on the roster besides all of them?
This is a joke, Dan. Listen to this. WWE has copyrighted the following names. Okay.
Okay.
Elton Prince.
Okay.
Bono Jackson.
What the fuck? Okay.
Madonna Presley.
Where are these names coming from?
Ready? Aretha Morissette.
Okay. That it?
Oh, wait. I think the other ones are fake. I think the only real one is Elton Prince, I think.
But where are these names coming from?
I think the other names are fake. I just think the Elton Prince one is real.
I don't get what that really has to do with the match.
Nothing. It randomly I saw it. I thought it was funny. I just couldn't believe.
I don't get why WWE is doing that. That's a very stupid.
And by the way, this has nothing to do with the match, but did you hear about the the comment that Nikki Bella made about Vader?
No.
Okay, so Nikki Bella is doing her podcast thing, and she's talking about how she's excited for the Hall of Fame, and she's excited for guys and girls like Vader during that time period because they have great stories. And she says, I can't wait for Vader to go up there and share his stories with us. Vader has been dead for
like 2-3 years now.
So
this is why I say Nikki Bella and Brie Bella should not have gone in the Hall of Fame, because she just said something that I'm sorry. That really aggravates me. What the fuck?
You're just
you
mad
an
because
idiot?
you can look but you can't touch. That's why you're mad. You keep
I'm mad
on the
because
stars
she's
above.
a fucking idiot. That's why. She just said one of the stupidest comments I've ever heard. And I've heard her say a lot of stupid things.
You keep dreaming on the stars above.
Okay. Like I said, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella should not have gone in the Hall of Fame. They're just fucking idiots. The only reason they were in WWE is because they're decently good looking. I'm not saying I like them, but sure, Vince got a good thing out of them.
It's a mystery. I don't know why. Come on, you take your best
Anthony,
shot.
as much as we all love you singing, can you stop, please? I'm sure our audience loves hearing you sing, except I'm pretty sure they just all tuned out because of that.
Because you can look, but you can't touch. I wonder if she really if she prepared that. I wonder if she sat down and was like, all right, I'm gonna go on my vlog today. I'm just gonna talk about the Hall of Fame people. I'm gonna say how Vader is a great guy and I can't wait to hear him talk. Or I wonder if she just was talking and just said it off the cuff, because I mean that's really bad that you don't know that Vader's dead.
I mean, if you liked him so much, I'm pretty fucking sure you know he's dead. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not wrong when I say that statement. I'm just
but you
fucking
can't touch. Anytime they say something, I just think of the song.
People like that annoy the fuck out of me, but
yeah. All right,
where were we? Also, while we're talking about the Hall of Fame, we may as well mention this. Scott and his brother are now going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. That is fucking insane.
A couple of days ago, he called Stephanie McMahon the C word, the CUNT word. And he also said that Triple H was a dumb flunk. So, I mean, this is going to be a lightning round. But I think it'll be fine, because I remember when Ultimate Warrior was getting inducted, and I remember him and Hulk Hogan had beef, and they were able to solve it before the Hall of Fame. So they'll probably be fine.
Well, actually, they didn't technically make it out before the show. They were actually told not to go near each other, but they just happened to run into each other while the camera was looking at them.
Yeah, but I mean, they weren't going to actually brawl with each other, even if they did.
Well, there was a lot of fear that they were going to, as I said.
Yeah, but they were fine, though. That's what I mean. There's going to be...
They were able to hold themselves back. And if Stephanie wants to be professional, I'm sure she will as well.
Yeah, Stephanie McMahon is not going to be professional if he calls her a cunt on fucking national TV.
Anthony said the C word.
Yeah, but at least I'm not Scott Hall.
I am amazed.
That's Scott Hall. Oh my God. I mean, Scott Steiner.
First off, R.I.P. Scott Hall. Loved him. Great wrestler and everything.
I was just talking about him, so that's why I said his name. I was doing the WrestleMania 90s recap, and I was talking about his match with Shawn Michaels. So,
but also, yes, it is very amazing, and I'm excited to see that, because the Steiner brothers are a very big part of wrestling history. So
they are. They're a good tag team.
So that is a very good thing that they will finally be in the Hall of Fame. This makes me curious. Will Scott Steiner ever be inducted on his own, though?
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, hey, anything's possible
unless
now.
He's dead.
Well, I mean, a lot of people said Ultimate Warrior would never join the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I just have a feeling
Hulk
like
Hogan
it's
can
like
never
gonna
be
be
brought back into the Hall of Fame, but that happened.
well, fucking Queen Charmel's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So there you go.
Yeah, true.
All right, moving on. So we get Stone Cold Steve Austin promo, and then Kevin Owens comes out, and he says last week, me dressing up as Stone Cold Steve Austin is as close as all of us fans will get to the real Stone Cold we all love and remember. He says that Stone Cold's been gone for 19 years. He says he's no longer Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's just Steve now, not Stone Cold. He's going to give Stone Cold the best main event of his career. Kevin hates beer, but he's going to drink one with Stone Cold at WrestleMania. So we do know now that the Kevin Owens shows will be the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. So what do you think? Do you think that should be the main event, or do you think they should have given it to a wrestling match?
I was surprised to hear that it's a main event. I mean, honestly, I feel like hearing that, I feel like they're just gonna have it be like a brawl between them, just like be like have Stone Cold do that and possibly have him have a match the next night at WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Could be.
I mean, that's just me personally.
Okay.
I guess you can consider that a little bit of a prediction. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. I'm joking. But I guess it's better than having Ronda Rousey and Charlotte be the last match.
Charlotte's probably pissed.
Good. I'm glad she's
somewhere
pissed.
throwing something. I deserve this.
I deserve to be in the main event. I'm Charlotte Flair. Damn it.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Austin Theory is taking on the Intercontinental Champion Ricochet, and it was a good match, but it wasn't really that long. Austin got the win after an ATL, and my question is, why do they keep having the Intercontinental Champion Ricochet lose? And he lost clean too. There was no sort of like distraction or
also, I mean, yeah. Also, why is the Intercontinental Champion on Raw in the first place?
Just it's curious. WrestleMania Raw.
Okay, that shouldn't mean shit. Honestly, if you ask me, that just proves that they're just gonna end the fucking brand split, which is making me happy. That makes me happy, but they need to at least have a little bit of an explanation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I think it is strange. And I get Austin Theory wants to have a good, come up because he's going to be fighting on the actual WrestleMania pay-per-view against Pat McAfee. But have him fight somebody else who has nothing to lose by losing. A freaking
or have him win in a screwy way. At least that puts something on him. And not have Ricochet look like a complete dork by losing clean.
Yeah. I feel like it just it makes everything, it makes people not take him seriously when he does that. So
no, I agree with you on the fact that it literally no one takes him seriously because of it, and which upsets me because Ricochet deserves to be he was Intercontinental Champion once before, right? Wasn't he?
Who, Ricochet? I think so.
Yeah.
I think he was champion for a little bit, and then he dropped it. They literally make him champion for like 2 months every year, and then he like drops to somebody.
I know, and that upsets me. I mean, for God's sakes, Ricochet could put on a great match with pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
But WWE don't use him right, and that frustrates me a lot.
Trevor's getting shit on, man. I don't know what's happening.
I'm calling him oh my God.
All right, moving on. Next, Bianca Belair comes out.
Ugh, my least favorite segment of the night.
Oh, shock, you have to shit on my Becky Lynch moment, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, but hey, at least I have no words for this, honestly. This whole thing is just fucking bullshit. That's all I'm saying. All right.
So Becky, sorry. Oh, shoot, what the hell was that? Oh, there you go. I don't know if you heard that, but I broke a pen. That was a moment. So Bianca Belair comes out and she congratulates Becky for taking Bianca Belair out of the wrestling ring for a week. After everything Becky's tried, Bianca's still here. ever since SummerSlam, everything Becky's tried to do to keep that title, or I'm sorry, Becky's tried everything to keep that title. What else do you got? Come Saturday, I'm going to take your title, Becky. Becky runs down, and then Bianca attacks. Becky hits Bianca with a chair. She grabs a big pair of scissors, but then Bianca nails a KOD. She hits a second KOD, and then Bianca cuts off some of Becky Lynch's hair. Becky freaks out, and then backstage, Becky looks at some of her hair, and then she looks at the camera and says, "Bianca, you bitch," and then she leaves. Did you like this segment? Obviously not, because you said this was your least favorite segment. So explain why.
Okay, first off, I thought the hair thing was fucking stupid as hell. Why? What does that have? All right, I understand, because Bianca has the whole like whip thing and Becky tried to cut off. I get that. Why do we have to see it? Do we really? No one gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, no one cares. Oh my god, she cut off her hair. She's totally gonna win at WrestleMania now. No, that doesn't prove that you're good. Sure, hitting 2 KODs, that proves a little something. The cutting off the hair thing, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Also, I also want to say this. Bianca does not make me like, she's not a threat. The only reason WWE puts her up as a threat is because, you know, she was so like, she was unstoppable or whatever, like a year ago or something. And I don't get why WWE is so fucking high on Bianca. What is she doing that's like, oh my god, we gotta put her in the main event 2 years in a fucking row? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it because you guys fucked up on a stupid decision to have Becky beat her in like 10 seconds? That's not our fault. Why do we have to suffer for that shit?
Well, I think that was their goal all along. I think they wanted this to go to WrestleMania. That was because for this to be, you know, still prevalent, like, you've done everything to keep the title since you beat me for it under 20 something seconds. Like, they wanted this. This is their long.
So they're gonna.
I guess.
So what I'm hearing is they're going to ruin Becky Lynch's character and just have her lose it to be. I'm just saying, like, if that happens, they're just gonna ruin her character just to build up somebody new that I'm pretty fucking sure nobody cares about.
Well, what if she wins? I mean, listen, Bianca Belair had the upper hand this time. Normally, when the person that leaves the day before the paper, not day before, like, you know, the Raw.
Look, I will be happy if Becky Lynch wins. I will be very happy, but either way, I feel like it's gonna ruin a star. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. As much as I don't like Bianca, she does at least have some credibility to where it's like, if she loses, then what was the whole point of her push?
But she's already lost twice. Well, 3 times, because she lost against her.
So then why would she not lose again? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, she's probably going. I mean, she lost at SummerSlam. She lost at Extreme Rules. She lost at the Crown Jewel show. And now
so what's stopping her from losing again? The WWE is just gonna have her win. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not trying to make like a prediction now. I'm just saying.
I have a feeling
that's gonna frustrate me.
We'll talk to our predictions, but I do think it's gonna be very close. This one's hard. Like, I know who I'm going with, but I don't want to I don't want to
right now.
Yeah, I will have.
I'm not trying to say that either, because like, I'm not making my prediction yet. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if that was to happen, it's gonna do something bad, and I don't like that they're doing this shit.
But I do have to agree. I didn't
like it when Becky Lynch won, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like her, but I mean, that did make her look pretty fucking shitty.
Well, also, the only thing too is, I don't know if it was you that said, we were talking last time on air, and someone said that, like, Becky Lynch's character of being like, I, you know, sold my soul for the devil, it was out of character for her.
I don't think it was me. That might have been like Dusty or something, though.
Okay. And I agree. I think that this segment was also a little out of character for Becky, because I don't see why Becky wouldn't have tried to attack Bianca after Bianca cut her hair. You know, she starts freaking out, doing this crazy thing. But the Becky we know is, I sold my soul for the devil. Then why would you get so upset if someone cut? Like, that's not that significant, you know? Like, I get she cut your hair, and the storyline is like, oh, this is like one of my greatest features is my hair, but like just because Bianca has a long ponytail doesn't mean that cutting Becky Lynch's hair is going to make Becky Lynch like
upset about it.
Yeah. So that's her.
I mean, she has short hair for pretty much a reason, or she did have short hair for a little bit, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, no, she did. So she might go back to that. I don't know, but WWE's storyline: if someone has long hair, that person's going to cut the other person's hair.
I do agree with what you're saying on that, though. I just want to say that before we end what we're saying.
Thank you, sir. Next, Drew McIntyre defeats Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin in a handicap match after a Claymore to Madcap Moss. After the match, Happy Corbin steals Drew McIntyre's sword again. I have nothing I want to say about this because I don't care. The same story.
Neither do I. I thought it was fucking stupid. That's all I really can't say.
Next, we get Edge's promo. Edge says that he's the benchmark of WWE. This Sunday, after 20 years running parallel, AJ Styles, you and I will fight for a match of the ages. I'm already in your head. It's your judgment day, and your judgment is sealed. Do you like Edge's new sort of gimmick, his new character of being this sort of like...
I feel like I'm going to have to wait until the WrestleMania match to see how this goes. If Edge does something like really heelish and like makes me believe it, I feel like it has potential. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this has potential. Edge has made a good heel before, so it's not like we've never seen him do this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I haven't seen enough of it to say whether I like it or not, but I think I'm gonna like this.
Yeah, it's like a cool kind of
But I think they went about it all wrong as to why they made Edge a heel. I think they went about that wrong.
I'm just seeing pictures of Becky with her hair. Oh. She dyed it more orange. I hate when she does that.
Well, I'm going to stick with what I was saying. I think they did it wrong. What they should have probably done to turn him heel was like, I came back and everybody loved me. Then I had a few more matches and then everybody started to turn on me. And since y'all want to do that, I'm going to turn on you and shit like that. I feel like that could make something good, and then they could have built off that with AJ Styles. Not the way they did it. That's just me personally. But like I said, AJ Styles versus Edge, that could be the fucking best match of WrestleMania of like the whole WrestleMania. It has the very well potential to be. If WWE books it correct, as I've said, it could be probably the best match on the card of both nights. But they have to book it right.
Edge is one of my favorites, so I think they're gonna have a hell of a match. I'm excited for this one.
I'm definitely as well. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying it has to be booked proper.
Well, we are now at our final moment on Raw. The WWE Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro taking on the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. The match ends in a disqualification after the Street Profits attack RK Bro and leave them laying. Do you think the tag team title situation should have ended Monday Night Raw or WrestleMania Raw? I know it was a good match, but
honestly, it intrigued me. Intrigued me because, you know, tag team wrestling, I feel, isn't being taken as serious as it used to be in WWE, which is upsetting. But, like, how do I say this? I think it was, honestly, it might have been a good thing to do that. I'm not saying it was the best decision, but it might have been a good decision because it had the Usos in there and had you know, the Street Profits, who do put on a good show. And honestly, at this point, I feel like they need something at least really good to end Raw, because recently hasn't been too good. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just feel like with WrestleMania being right around the corner, like, come on, like, put like at least a Lesnar Roman Reigns like thing at the end, because that's gonna be your main event of WrestleMania. Why? I don't know. I think it was very rushed.
What you mean, but they can't focus every single thing on it because then people are going to get pissed because, I mean, I know, like, for us, we don't give a shit about the match.
Yeah.
So,
all right, okay. So that's really it. There's really nothing much else to talk about. With that, I'm going to end today's episode. Oh, we didn't do any sort of like break in between or anything, but that's okay. I'll do like an ad at the beginning of the episode, so be sure to listen to that in the beginning. But we are on our way to WrestleMania 38 two-night event. It's gonna be a great show, a huge card, a lot of great matches, and Dan and I will be there to recap it all. Check out our prediction video. Dusty the Kentucky Nightmare will be defending his WWE pay-per-view title
champion.
Yeah, against the two of us. And Dan, I think you and I have to work together this time, man. Like let's tag team. He has 2 titles.
I know, man.
Well, you will find out who wins and all that good stuff when you tune into our WrestleMania recap, which will be out after WrestleMania. But stay tuned. A lot happening this weekend. Be safe, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.